Today we're talking about the blood pressure triangle. My name is Joel. Been a nurse for 20 years, and the blood pressure triangle is three three of the top reasons why you have high blood pressure. And what's incredible about these three causes of high blood pressure is that um, most doctors do not tell their patients about these three things. Um, these three these three causes of high blood pressure are incredibly common, and 95% of the patients and clients that I see as a nurse and as a naturopath have one, two, and most times all three corners of the blood pressure triangle. Okay, the blood pressure triangle is three things: sodium, sugar, and stress. Three S's: sodium, sugar, and stress. Let me get out my trusty whiteboard here. And we're going to talk about the blood pressure triangle. Blood pressure triangle, BP triangle. Stress is up here at the top. Looks like I need to invert my screen a little bit. There we go. Stress is up there at the top. Sodium and sugar. Okay. Those are the top three causes of high blood pressure. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. All right. Again, my name is Joel. I've been a nurse for 20 years, naturopath for about 12 years. And by the end of this, you're going to understand what the blood pressure triangle is. Also, you're going to understand what your top cause of your high blood pressure may be as well. Hold on one second. I'm just fixing some settings here. There we go. All right. So the old model was you get one number, you go to your doctor, you get a high blood pressure reading, and your doctor puts you on a pill. And he says, cut the salt, maybe do some more exercising. But the one thing that generally the medical system will tell you about that pill is that it's a forever thing. So lie number one that I, even as a nurse, told many hundreds of patients. Lie number one is it's a forever thing. Forever. You're going to be on the pill forever. Number two, it's genetic. Your blood pressure is not genetic. Your blood pressure is not genetic. Okay. If your blood pressure was genetic, you would have had high blood pressure as a 5-year-old, as a 10-year-old, as a teenager. But as a general rule, your blood pressure did not get high until lifestyle and your body started revolting. So that means it's not genetic, that it's primarily lifestyle issues. Okay. Lifestyle issues. And the third lie that most people fall for is that it's a heart problem. Your blood pressure is not a heart problem. Okay. So these misconceptions about high blood pressure make it very difficult for someone to fix their high blood pressure. because these things are things that you cannot really fix, right? That makes it out of your realm of possible fixes. But tonight, I'm giving you good news. These things are not true. Not true. Okay. We're going to debunk all of these and we're going to talk about why they are not true and how to fix your blood pressure naturally. Okay. We're going to be talking about how to fix your blood pressure naturally. I worked at a lifestyle center where oftentimes we had clients that would come with high blood pressure on multiple diabetes medications. And within a matter of a few days, they were off their medications. This is not typical. This is not medical advice. This is just simply stating the facts that I witnessed myself as a nurse and in a naturopathic training facility. And so the way that that occurred was simply addressing the cause, finding the cause and reversing the cause. These are the top three causes: stress, sodium, and sugar. And so we're going to be talking about them in depth tonight. What did they take, Black Serpent? We're going to talk about that. So if it's low tonight, should I still take the meds? No. If your blood pressure is low, do not take medications. Notify your doctor or you may pass out. So the system treats your symptoms. The pill hides the number, but the triangle heals the loop, the cause. That's why blood pressure gets managed for 30 years instead of being healed. If you are on a pill for 30 years, you might want to recheck and rethink what that pill is doing and whether or not it's actually helping you. Okay. So, what you're also going to find is that these three causes tend to feed each other. Okay. They tend to feed each other. And we're going to show you that here in a moment. So, let's talk about corner number one. This is the number one cause of high blood pressure: stress. Most people think about stress in terms of, my job really sucks. I have a really terrible relationship with my kids. Maybe my spouse is not acting right. These are stressors that typically come to your mind when people say, hey, are you stressed? And I also get a lot that answer that, no, I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed out. Everything's good. But when in fact, there's a whole list of stressors that people often don't think about. Like, for instance, insomnia, lack of sleep. Lack of sleep is a stressor on your body. Okay. Lack of sleep raises your cortisol level very high. So if you are not getting 8 hours of sleep, your cortisol is high. Number two, anger. Anger is a stressor on your body. 10 minutes of road rage, research has shown, is equivalent to smoking a pack of cigarettes. 10 minutes of road rage. So if you harbor anger, if you have anger over something in the present, something in the past, anger and unforgiveness is another big one. Unforgiveness is another big one. People oftentimes have anger towards someone in their past that has caused them injury. I'm not here to justify what they've done to you, but I am saying that this is what's killing you, not what they did to you. So letting go of that anger, working through your forgiveness issues is a major stressor that is affecting your blood pressure. Okay. So the list goes on, but we're going to stop there for time's sake. And I'm going to talk about some other symptoms that you may have based on your cortisol being high. Insomnia is one. Insomnia is actually a side effect of high cortisol. Having your blood pressure that's high in the morning is also a side effect of high cortisol. Okay. Um, your blood sugar can be normal, it can be kind of high too, because oftentimes cortisol acts as a sugar in the system. So, we're going to talk about 2 moves that you can make to lower your stress level, lower your cortisol today. Okay. 2 moves. Number one move to lower your stress is sleep. Get some sleep. that one's free. How do you get better sleep? Exercising in the morning, you get better sleep. Taking yourself off screens an hour before you go to bed helps you get more sleep. And staying hydrated helps you get better sleep. Okay. Number 2 thing to lower your cortisol is a supplement, ashwagandha. Ashwagandha. If you're on TikTok, there's some ashwagandha in my showcase you can check out. But ashwagandha cuts cortisol by up to 30%. Up to 30%. So that is a supplement you can start on. But, I say that with a big but. These are often just the surface. The list I spoke about, the anger, the unforgiveness, those are generally very, very common causes of stress that you may not be registering. Okay. And so finding those causes is where you really need to focus. Oftentimes it's hard to do on your own. I understand. That's why I do have coaching options for people if they need it. I can't talk about the link on video, but if you're interested in coaching, there we go. If you can read that. All right. We'll see if that works. Try not to get flagged. We'll see what happens. If somebody can read that, type it in the chat. Sometimes it takes just a little extra help with people to walk through systematically how to reverse stress, how to reverse cortisol, how to reverse sodium issues or sugar issues. Honey Sunshine Fatty Liver is another one that my coaching programs help with. But the primary fix for fatty liver, I always tell people get off of animal products. Get off of animal products for a while and watch that reverse itself pretty quickly. Okay. All right, let's move to the next one. We're going to go to corner number 2, sugar. All right, sugar. So basically what happens with sugar, if you can see that one over here, sugar is your body responds to high sugar levels by producing insulin. Okay. Insulin is a hormone, and insulin tells the kidneys to hold on to sodium so that the water can follow the sodium and dilute your blood and lower your sugar level. Okay. Well, oftentimes that system is overworked, especially it's going to be live on my YouTube, Bella, if you need to see it again. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if your insulin receptors are no longer receiving insulin. Okay. So your insulin receptors are like this, and insulin comes along when your sugar is high and sits in the receptor like that. Okay. But when you eat animal fat sits in here and clogs the receptor so that insulin comes along, wants to sit in that receptor, but it's clogged, can't get in there. And so when your blood sugar is high, that insulin doesn't do anything. Okay. Best way to get rid of this and clean out these receptors, make them nice and clean, pretty, so that that insulin can come along and sit in there, is by getting off of animal products, animal fat. Okay. When you get off animal products, your body will start cleaning those insulin receptors. If you want to turn that up and make it happen in just a matter of days, I do have a program for that, but we have to be in a coaching relationship in order for me to tell you about it. So if that's something you're interested in, there you go. Now, we're going to talk about number 3, sodium, corner number 3. Oh, wait, before I go to corner number 3, how to work out sugar issues. One is getting off of animal products. Examples of animal products: anything with eyes and their babies. Butter, cheese are all animal products. Yes, animal fats. So any type of meat product, any type of dairy product is all animal products. So yes, fish also is included in that. Again, this is only if you're trying to get your insulin receptors more sensitive and you're trying to get your blood sugar under control better, reversing your insulin resistance. Okay. But 2 moves that you can do today, 2 things you can do starting today. Number 1 is walk. Walk after every meal. That's equivalent to like taking 5 or 10 units of insulin if you just walk after every meal. I hope you didn't say fish. I did say fish. Sorry. Meaning no proteins in order for the receptors to be more sensitive, right? No, Sharia. Though protein can be gotten from many plant sources. Beans, anything green is protein. Vegetables and legumes provide all the protein your body needs. Unfortunately, our society has told us the wrong information when it comes to the amount of protein that we need. But yes, we also do need fiber, which is number 2, fiber. So thanks, Money to Focus. You're my teaching assistant. Fiber is absolutely incredible when it comes to helping balance out your sugar spikes. So we're talking about the second corner of the blood pressure triangle, the cause of high blood pressure, and number 2 is sugar. And these are 2 things that you can do starting today to start working on that corner. If that's your problem, if you're pre-diabetic, if you're diabetic, walk after every meal, 10-15 minutes. Include raw fruits and vegetables as your fiber. Don't grab the dry psyllium husk and stuff off the shelf. That's no bueno. Raw fruits and vegetables. All right, corner number 3. Okay, corner number 3, sodium. Sodium. We're talking about sodium. Sodium holds water. And when sodium holds water, that raises your blood volume, the amount of volume that your blood is in your vessels. Okay, it pushes your blood pressure number up. Everyone assumes this is the whole problem, but it's actually the sink, and the other 2 drain into it. Okay, so salt is a problem, but it's not the salt shaker that's the problem. Oftentimes you think, oh, cut back on salt, I won't shake as much salt on my food. That's a very small fraction of the salt that you're intaking every day as a general rule. Okay, fast food, packaged food, and processed Meat. Fast food, packaged food, and processed meat are the top sources of sodium in the American diet today. It's not the salt shaker. Okay. So if you are looking to cut back on your sodium that's causing your high blood pressure, eliminate these things or at least cut them in half. Cut your intake in half. How about real salt like sea salt or Redmond's real salt? Yeah, sea salt, Himalayan salt, Celtic salt. These are real salts um, and much, much better on your system than the table salt, the white table salt that we take. And same goes for sugar. The regular white sugar is terrible for your body. Try using natural sweeteners like honey, agave, um, those types of things. So, we're going to talk about a few herbs that I really recommend for people to use. I have a moth friend here wanting to learn about blood pressure. All right. Hibiscus. Okay. Hibiscus tea. Great, great option to help lower your blood pressure naturally. Hibiscus tea. Um, It works in the same way that lisinopril actually works. A study in the Journal of Nutrition in 2010 said that they had a drop of 7.5 points on the systolic, which is the top number of the blood pressure over 6 weeks, um, just by drinking hibiscus tea. Hibiscus is that red flower, kind of a tart flavor to it. Sweeten it. You can drink it cold, hot. It's really great. Um, so this is actually where I've really started doing a lot of studying on teas and things that are helpful for blood pressure. So hibiscus is one. Hawthorn is another one. Nettle is another one. Hawthorn works on strengthening the heart itself, helping your heart pump better, stronger. Nettle is full of minerals like potassium and magnesium and things that help to support the system that way. Chamomile. Chamomile tea is a great one to help combat stress. So a cup of chamomile tea before bed helps you sleep well. And remember, number one cause of stress is lack of sleep. So that's a really great source for better sleep. Lavender is also a really great herb. You can even put lavender on your pillow at night, helps you sleep better. Um, what's another one? Chamomile, lavender, hawthorn, hibiscus, nettle. Um, we talked about magnesium a lot. I have magnesium supplements in my showcase if anybody needs some of those. But magnesium helps to open up the vessels themselves, relax the muscle in the vessels. And this is an incredible help for a lot of people. So when I was studying these herbs, I thought, well, why don't I put them all in a single tea? And so I created a tea. Actually, it's brand new. You guys are the first really to hear about it. And it is called, I called it Steady. And this tea has all of these herbs in one. Okay. There's 8 different herbs in this tea. It's called Steady. 8 herbs, all tailored to not only target your blood pressure directly, but also to address some of the causes, like the cortisol. Lowering your cortisol by giving it lavender, chamomile. These are herbs that lower your cortisol directly. And so we are crafting this as we speak. There's a site where you can get a 90-day supply. I'm going to put that here. Can't talk about it. It's a secret. Hopefully you can see that. So yeah, it's a really great way to not have all these different teas clogging up your pantry. It's going to target everything all at once in a cup, and it helps you sleep. Yep, Slim. It's a nighttime tea, but you can also take it during the day because it doesn't have a huge amount of like chamomile in it. It's just a gentle way to start working on your blood pressure naturally. I know a lot of people have tried the hibiscus tea with great results. So this is like hibiscus tea on steroids. So check it out if you would like a supplement that you can use all at once. Okay. So if you take one thing from tonight, though, make it this. Drink the tea instead of chasing all of the pills. My methods are not to be instead of what your doctor has you on. When I coach people, when I teach people, it's always to work in conjunction with your doctor, always working with the pills that you're taking. Because what will happen is that as you drink the tea, as you follow the simple steps that I talked about tonight, you're going to find that your numbers are going to drop considerably and in a very quick amount of time. So you need to be monitoring your blood pressure even more closely. I've started creating an app, which is a blood pressure monitoring tool that will also print out your trends in a way that your doctor can understand and see very quickly where your medications need to drop. Okay. So I'm going to put that on here. It's a wait list right now. It's almost ready to launch. It's not quite there yet. But if you want to get on the wait list, you need to get there because I'm taking the first 100 people and locking in their features for life, whatever price they come in at. For the subscription. It's going to be very affordable. It's not going to be a whole lot of money, especially at the launch. So you want to get on the wait list. Okay. That's the wait list. That's the tea. And again, if you're interested in coaching, I have coaching packages that I've put together because sometimes you just need a little extra help. It's not always straightforward. I do want to give you as much information for free, as much opportunity to just do this on your own. And so that's why I have hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook that you can follow. People are seeing great results just by watching my free videos. But if you have tried some things and they're just not working for you, oftentimes it's something deeper, something not on the surface. And so you may need some extra help. You may need a tea that gets everything all in one. Maybe you need an app that helps you track your blood pressure and gives you something you can take to your doctor that's concrete. Or maybe you just need some one-on-one help weekly, a chat with me, and we can tailor your progress week by week. So these are all options that are available to you. But again, my goal is for you to experience healing without all of the pharmaceuticals, without all of the rigmarole and the runaround that you've had your whole life. You know, if you've been taking pills for more than 6 months, then you understand the idea that the pills are not what your body needs. What your body needs is your cause to be reversed and your healing to occur naturally. And so that's what I support. We address the cause, we watch your numbers drop. We have the conversations with your doctor that your numbers are now looking so much better, and your doctor is going to be like, hey, you know, we need to cut your dose in half, we need to take you off these pills, because that's what doctors do. When they see the numbers looking better, they start taking you off your pills and your medications. And so that is how I coach. And then once you're off your pills, I also take you off your supplements. You don't have to take this tea anymore because your blood pressure is normal. You don't have to use your blood pressure cuff anymore because your blood pressure is normal all the time. And you don't need me anymore. You can go about your merry way and we can remain friends, but you don't need me as a coach anymore. I'm not trying to get you addicted to any type of prescription I'm writing. I'm not trying to keep you on a coaching program for life because that is not the way your body was designed to work. So, this is the blood pressure triangle: stress, sugar, sodium. These are the tools that I have currently to help you address all of these at the same time in a sequential and intentional manner. And I hope that you have learned something tonight. If you guys have any questions, I'll be here for a few more minutes. We will answer questions now. And otherwise, all right, Daniel, is there any way to clear arterial plaque? I'm assuming you were going to say arterial plaque. Yes. My favorite arterial plaque clearer is water and uh, grapefruit. Grapefruit. If you eat a grapefruit a day, it will clear your arterial plaque. Now, a lot of people are on medications that you cannot eat grapefruit, which is unfortunate. We can address that as well if you would like, but that also, again, is a coaching conversation. Does the tea help lower cholesterol? Uh, Sort of. It's indirectly. My coaching helps lower cholesterol. Cholesterol is an easy fix. Um, it's the stress piece of most people that causes high cholesterol. So, in that way, the tea does help. It helps to lower your stress, lower your cortisol, which is often a big part of why your cholesterol is high. Okay, it's the stress. Stress is just so common, so rampant in our society, and it's often seen as normal. Like if you say you're not stressed, you're often looked at as weird. That is a terrible indication of the condition of our society. Can the tea be used for acid reflux? For acid reflux, I usually encourage people to take magnesium, and also uh, fixing their gut. So gut fix is part of my coaching, yes, but it is not a direct piece of this tea. Acid reflux is generally a um, animal product problem. Like if you get off animal products, start taking a probiotic, take some magnesium in the evening, you're going to find that your acid reflux goes away. And also not eating big amounts of food in the evening. Okay. I'm looking for the hibiscus. I need the package. How do I send you money? Hibiscus, if you want the tea, I put the link there. Hopefully, I don't get banned for saying link, but here's the tea. Am I outside? Oh, there's a fan running. I thought the background noise got rid of it, but yeah, there's a fan. Sorry. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Started taking Total Beets a while ago. Clovis, that's great. Beets is another one that I didn't talk about tonight, but beets stimulate the body to produce nitric oxide, which opens up the vessels. And so, yeah, beets are very, very helpful for blood pressure. I encourage people to eat them raw, but you can also do supplements. I think I have a few supplements in my showcase as well. Yes, I asked about beetroot pills for high blood pressure. Is that qualifying to take? Yes, beetroot pills are very helpful. Absolutely. Um, have you worked with patients with trigeminal nerve issues? Um, Sort of. Oftentimes, nerve pain issues can be weight related and stretching related. So if you lose weight, if you stretch every morning, in that area and around the major muscle groups around the trigeminal area, you're going to find that it does help. Um, so I would start there first. Da, 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 da. Let me turn off the fan, see if that helps. Oh, you know what? I think it was just my computer fan. Is that better? Yeah, it was sitting on my computer. Sorry, it got started to overheat. Um, so, any